So you want to start a YouTube channel, but you don't know where to start. Maybe you've heard that the money is in the list. Maybe you're worried because you're building your entire business on social media and you don't own any of your subscribers, friends, or followers. Or perhaps you're just much more comfortable with the written word and you would love to share your message to hundreds, if not thousands of readers each and every single week. Well, if you answered yes to any one of those questions, you are in luck because today we are going to cover my extremely simple 7 step-by-step process for setting up your first newsletter. After sending hundreds and hundreds of letters to thousands and thousands of subscribers, this is exactly the 7-step guide that I wish I had when I got started to create a profitable newsletter from the get-go. So let's dig in. Hey there, welcome back, my friends. My name is Lindsay Sewell, and on this channel, I want to help you build an online business that is fun, leveraged, productive, and profitable so that you can work less and spend more of your time doing the things you love with the people that you love. And one of my most leveraged and profitable components of my business has always been my email newsletter. And when I got started, I created it as a weekly newsletter for my business. The best part about building a weekly newsletter, especially when you're getting started, is that it keeps you on top of mind with your customers so that they don't forget about you and you don't become one of those spammy sellers that only emails them when they have something to sell. That's not who you want to be. Plus, having a weekly newsletter just doesn't take a lot of time away from the other aspects of your business because you only really need to think about it for maybe at most, when you're getting started, an hour each and every single week. By the time you get really good at it, you're going to be able to email your list within 10 minutes a day, which is what is my experience now, day in and day out in my business. And the best part is that you can reach thousands of people all at once, and you can sell things to them over and over and over again using the exact same emails year after year while incorporating some new material onto your list. But in order to do that, the first thing that you need to do, step number 1, is you have to pick a topic for your newsletter. And why do I say pick a topic for your newsletter? Well, when you're getting started, nobody really knows you and they don't really care about your life. So you don't really want your newsletter to be like a vlog in the sense that you're just gonna talk about all kinds of different things. People need a reason to want to subscribe to the newsletter in the first place. And so coming up with a topic or a series of topics that you're going to cover is going to help the person who subscribes know that they are in the right place. You're gonna let your audience member and your new subscriber to your list understand that they're going to get valuable content from you that they desire about the topic that you are the expert in. So if you want to create a health and wellness newsletter, then you're gonna wanna talk about things like recipes and exercise and stress relief, but you're not necessarily going to want to throw in random topics about, crypto and finances. And vice versa, if you want to build a social media marketing newsletter like I have, then you're going to want to mostly have content that you share and information that you share that is related to social media and building an online business and creating leverage systems or passive income. I don't really want to throw in there information about, my diet and what I ate for dinner because that's not relevant to your list. Now, over time, as you build a relationship and a community out of your list, you will be able to write letters that are more like vlogs, or I guess blogs, and share pieces of your life with your audience because they get to know you really well and they want to know the behind the scenes of your life. But when you're first getting started, it's important that you just pick a topic. Don't get hung up on this. Don't worry if you want to change it down the road. That's okay. Just make a decision and go with it and pick a topic that you feel comfortable you could talk about over and over and over again each and every single week. Now, step number 2 is you need to choose an email service provider. There are lots of them out there, some free, some incredibly sophisticated and expensive, and great if you're gonna do a lot of split testing and segmentation. But when you're getting started, you really just kind of need the bare bones basics, and that will save you a lot of money. Now, I have another video you can check out after this one on email marketing for beginners, how to choose your email service provider, that goes into a lot of detail about the various providers like Aweber, ConvertKit, MailChimp, Keep. Don't use MailChimp. I'm just saving you some time here. So go over to that video after this one and you can check it out. But my favorite email service provider is actually Aweber because it is free for your first 500 members. It's incredibly simple to set up and start using, but at the same time, it does have some of the more sophisticated features like segmentation, landing pages that you can create right inside the email service provider, as well as split testing capabilities. So once you've picked your topic and you've figured out what email service provider you're going to use, the next step is creating an irresistible lead magnet, because we can't just say, hey everybody, I'm over here, I've got my newsletter, don't you want to jump on, and hope that everybody signs up for your list. No, we need to ethically bribe people to get on to your newsletter so that you can talk to them week after week after week. And so a lead magnet is simply a piece of valuable information that your ideal email list subscriber is willing to trade their precious email in exchange for your valuable content. Now, this could be a PDF, it could be a video, it can be an audio, but it's something related to the topic of your newsletter that would entice your audience. So if you're in the health and wellness space, maybe it's a recipe book for your favorite 10 smoothie recipes for meals on the go for busy moms. It's just an example. I do have another video that you can watch after this on how to create your lead magnet and turn cold leads hot fast. So you may want to check that one out if you're new to lead magnets and you just really aren't quite sure how you're going to get that set up. And once you have this valuable piece of content in place, step number 4 is to set up an automated landing page. As I mentioned, you do have that feature inside of Aweber. I'll go ahead and put my affiliate link down below to Aweber. Even though the service is free, I totally appreciate you supporting my small business if you choose to use that link. They have the ability to let you create a landing page right inside of your email service. Now, what is a landing page if you've never heard of one before? It's simply a website that somebody goes to where they put in their email address, and in exchange, they are delivered your irresistible lead magnet. And you can put that link in your YouTube videos, you can put that link on your social media platforms, you can put that link on your website, and it's automated in the sense that people can come all day, all night, give you their email and opt in to get your freebie. You want to have that automated because you don't want to be required to go around asking people day in and day out if they're willing to give you their email in exchange for your lead magnet. You want them to find it and to be so excited about the piece of content that they're going to get, the promise that you're going to deliver when they opt into your list, that you don't even have to be there. Now, if you're wondering how you create one of those automated landing pages, I will be creating a dedicated video in this email marketing series just to how to create your first landing page that will convert to your email list. There's lots of different service providers out there. You can use Aweber, you can use ClickFunnels, you can use my favorite, My Lead System Pro, but you do want to make sure that you get that automated landing page set up, and so a video on that will be coming soon. Now, step number 5, after you have your lead magnet and it's connected with your automated landing page, you want to make sure that people see it. If you just put it up on your website and you're new to your business and no one knows who you are yet, then the likelihood of you getting a lot of traffic to that landing page is very tiny. So you need to promote your newsletter, your freebie, and the value that you are going to provide all over your social media platforms. So you can do this by, launching it on your YouTube channel and talking to your YouTube audience. You could post about it on Instagram, in your Instagram stories. You can even use the link feature now where you could put your automated landing page right in your Instagram stories. You can talk about it on Facebook. You could even run Facebook ads if you have the money to spend on that at this time. There's all kinds of opportunities, but you want to be thinking about how do you promote your valuable newsletter, your lead magnet, and your opt-in page across all of these platforms to gather and siphon off all of those followers, subscribers that you don't own to your new list that you do own. Now, step number 6 is really important because once somebody opts into the list, you want to make sure that they receive an email from you immediately. That's why we choose what's called an email service provider, because we don't want them to opt in and then just be waiting. So we want to set up a welcome sequence. In that first letter, you want to welcome people to your list, let them know who you are, remind them why they're there, and deliver on the promise that you gave them when they gave you their email in the first place. So it's imperative that within that first email, you're delivering the lead magnet that they asked for. This builds trust with your new subscriber, and it's likely to keep them wanting to stay on your list for weeks or years to come. So again, you don't want to be overly salesy in this new welcome letter. You want to make sure that you tell them to whitelist your emails so that you don't end up in their spam folder going forward. You want to build a relationship with them in this first letter so that they get to know you a little bit more and they want to stick around to see what comes later from the rest of your emails. Now, if for instance, you don't have an automated welcome sequence set up, then somebody could get on your list and not hear from you. So first of all, you've broken their trust because you didn't deliver the lead magnet that you promised them. And secondly, by the time you send them the email later on or a broadcast later on, they may mark you as spam. They may complain about you to the email service provider, which is not good for your deliverability rates. And they may unsubscribe from your list because they've forgotten about you and they don't know why they're getting emails from you anymore. So that's why it's so important to make sure that letter goes out immediately as soon as they subscribe, and you can automate that with your service provider like Aweber. And once that first letter has gone out, then you also want to make sure that you are regularly broadcasting to your list. Why? Why don't you just send them emails when you have something to sell? Well, like I said, you don't want to be that weird spammy person that's only emailing them when you're selling something. I know I've been on a couple of those lists and I always end up unsubscribing. So you don't want to be them. So you want to make sure that you have a consistent schedule for broadcasting in order to continue to build that trust, in order to continue to provide your audience with valuable information week in and week out, so that every time they see your name in the inbox, they want to open the letters from you. So make sure you set a consistent broadcast schedule. And if you want more tips on how to use email marketing in your business, you're gonna wanna head to this playlist that is all about email marketing, and I will see you in the next video.